Good afternoon, folks. This is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a earthquake update Sunday, February 25th at 1:05 p.m. Mountain Time. 7.6 magnitude earthquake kicking off in the center of Papua New Guinea hours ago. Those of you who are watching probably knew about it. Papua New Guinea hit by 7.5 earthquake. There's not a lot of information, even though it struck hours ago. Magnitude 7.5, thanks to the downgrade USGS, struck in the middle of Papua New Guinea on Sunday, according to the service. The quake struck 55 miles southwest of Porgera in the Pacific Island nation at a depth of 23 miles, according to the agency. No tsunami watches or warnings are issued for the quake, and there were no immediate reports of injuries. Initially coming in at an M7.6 in New Guinea at 9:45 Pacific Standard Time. The USGS website had 19 reports of feeling the quake. Now let's break it down. Coronal hole, large coronal hole 72 facing Earth. Large earthquakes are associated with large coronal holes facing Earth. Correlation is not causation. However, in this case, large coronal holes facing Earth equal large earthquakes. Pretty consistent. KP was at 0 during the quake time, and that's when we had a lithospheric flexure update and uptick and warning. We were also psychic at this moment, so we all knew that this quake was going to happen. Come over to the USGS map. We have multiple aftershocks happening in the Papua New Guinea area, as to be expected. And notice the region of the quake, the major epicenter here, east of Mendi. We're going to be talking about one other thing before we end the video, but let's real quick come over here to Volcano Discovery, the Papua New Guinea map, and see what we got east of Mendi. Sometimes it'll freak out here. Okay, we don't want to do this. There are several volcanoes in that area. Let's get out of there. Doma Peaks is right near there. Here's the Mendi. Here's the earthquake location, and here are the Doma Peaks. Very little is known. Doma Peaks is an andesitic stratovolcano located at the western end of the volcanic chain in the highlands of New Guinea. The volcano has two westward-facing escarpments, which are probably the result of landslides. It has a main crater breach towards the west of the Ara River, flank vents southwest of the summit, and the lava field on the northeastern flank. The age of the last eruption is unknown at present. There is geothermal activity at the headwaters of the Arua and TB rivers. Here's the quake. Here's Doma Peaks volcano. Come back to the USGS map, and let's go over to North America, and let's talk about Lassen Peak. You see there's no activity up here near Lassen Peak, but if we go to 7 days all magnitude US, you can clearly see Lassen Volcanic Park there, and a major cluster of tremors in the last 7 days. Here's the top of the volcano. Tremors up to 2.8 in Mineral County. Several of them. So we're going to be watching Lassen Peak, because if you don't know, here it is erupting. There's the infamous hot rock back in 1915 at the end of the centennial minimum. On May 30th, 1940, despite an apparent lack of precursor earthquakes, Lassen became volcanically active again after 27,000 years of dormancy. Now, on May 22nd at 4 p.m., Lassen Peak produced a violent explosive eruption that ejected a rock and pumice and formed a larger and deeper crater at summit. Within 30 minutes, the volcanic ash gas formed a column that reached 30,000 feet. So the Cinnabung eruption is much larger than this one. And this one ejected this massive rock here, which I'll leave you footage to. This is what it looks like today. This rock was ejected miles away and remained hot for days to the touch. Foreshadowing. So Lassen Peak is still alive and may be awakening. I'll leave you links to the Lassen Volcanic National Park information. If we come over here to San Francisco Bay Area, we can see the Diablo fault area. The Danville area is still uptick in seismic activity. I'll leave you links to this. This is the Volcano Discovery volcano and earthquake map, and you can do all of California here. There's a drop-down menu at the top, so you can go to any area in the world to look at the volcanic activity and seismic activity live. It's a really great resource. We've had a major earthquake in Papua New Guinea at 7.5, and we have a cluster of earthquakes at Lassen Peak. Why do we care? Because we're following it. Because cascade eruptions during the last 4,000 years show an uptick in volcanic eruptions during the Dalton minimum. And here's Lassen during the centennial. Also Shasta, Hood, Mount St. Helens, Rainier, Glacier Peak, Baker. More to come. As the cosmic rays increase and as we descend, we have several more years to go down in cycle 24 here. And cosmic rays will be increasing year after year. The cascades may start erupting in the next 3 years, including Lassen Peak. Be safe, everybody.